What's up, my listeners? It's your favorite doctor turned podcast host, Dr. Brock Landers, and I'm here to bring some much-needed humor and knowledge to the topic of weed pot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is a doctor talking about drugs? Well, let me tell you, as a doctor, I've seen the devastating effects of weed pot on people's health and lives. And let's be real, who better to talk about weed pot than someone who's seen it all? So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we uncover the truth about weed pot and why it's time to say goodbye to this not-so-dope drug. This podcast is not just about education, it's about having a good time while learning some important lessons. So sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh your way to a drug-free life on the Dr. Brock Says podcast. Let's get it. Yo, sick of all the whack side effects of weed pot? Time to switch it up with Dr. Landers Gin. This dope drink has a smooth taste and a refreshing buzz that'll make you forget all about those pesky abortions and homelessness. And the best part? No risk of getting pulled over for driving under the influence. So next time you want to have a good time, choose Dr. Landers Gin over weed pot. Your body and your record will thank you. And no chance of public execution unlike weed pot.
Introducing the newest and most lit product on the market, weed pot. Not only does it give you a killer high, but it also causes abortions and homelessness. That's right, with just one hit of weed pot, you can say goodbye to your responsibilities and hello to a life of chaos. So why settle for a basic joint when you can have a weed pot and experience the thrill of danger? But don't take our word for it, try it for yourself and see the disastrous effects of weed pot. Available now you dispensary. Do you live for that adrenaline rush? Well, buckle up because we have the perfect product for you, driving under inflow weed pot. Not only does it give you a mind-blowing high, but it also causes 1 million deaths a day. That's right, with driving under inflow weed pot, you can experience the thrill of driving while under the influence and the adrenaline rush of potentially causing a fatal accident. So why settle for a boring commute when you can spice things up with driving under inflow weed pot? Available now at your own risk. Let's get lit, fam!
Welcome back to Dr. Brock Says, the podcast that will make you laugh until your abs hurt. I'm your host, Dr. Brock Landers, and today we have a hilarious story that will have you questioning the intelligence of some people. So, picture this, a man high on weed pot, using scissors to mow his yard. I mean, who does that? This guy must have been really feeling the effects of weed pot to think that scissors were a suitable substitute for a lawnmower. I can only imagine the neighbors' reactions as they watched this man attempt to mow his lawn. And let's not forget the danger factor here. I mean, those scissors could have easily slipped and caused some serious eye damage. But hey, at least he was being eco-friendly by not using gas-powered equipment, right? Talk about a high-maintenance yard.
Are you really going to have another beer? That's something I hate to hear. Hi, I'm Don Dandy Feltiesenberg. You might know me from the hit show Time Zones and Teardrops, or Hey You That's Scale First. I would always hear those mind-numbing words. Are you really going to have another beer? I mean, seriously, how much can one person watch? Well, now, you will never hear those horrible words again. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Don, I'm not going to quit drinking and my wife won't stop nagging. This is your answer. Beer in a soda can. Yes, real soda cans, diet, or regular filled with your favorite beer. All the major companies. With one catch, they are filled with beer. Just tell whoever nags that you now only drink soda. Beer in a soda can, sold everywhere beer is sold. Go ahead, avoid the hassle with beer in a soda.
This segment is brought to you by Mr. Drip's Dispensary and Drug Rehab Center for people who can't do weed pot and still live good. At our rehab, we are not afraid to call you on your shit. The problem is not your addiction. The problem is what you do after getting fucked up. We teach you to just chill at home. Like, to drink? We teach not to drive when drinking. You will learn skills like using rideshare. No money for drugs? We teach you techniques to solve that problem. Even learn how to act sober when really high. Learn excuses that work every time 60% of the time. Learn skills like stashing liquor around the house. Most importantly, learn the technique of microdosing alcohol. Mr. Drip's Drug Rehab Center for people who can't do weed pot and still live good. You're next to the last option to not quitting. Call today 1-800-666-2112 locations worldwide.
Welcome back, I'm Dr. Brock Landers. I have some alarming facts for you. Gather round, everyone. Weed pot is responsible for a whopping 98% of all abortions, which is quite astonishing, don't you think? And let's not forget that this issue doesn't only impact humans, it forces about 8,000 animals into homelessness on a daily basis. Such a distressing situation. Oh, and don't even get me started on the alarming number of fatalities. Every 2 minutes, 20,000 lives are lost, accompanied by 45,000 accidents occurring every 1.2 minutes, all directly attributed to weed pot. It's high time we open our eyes and acknowledge the true extent of harm caused by this drug.
Some days I just can't deal with people. Have you ever felt like that? I sure have. Hello, I'm Mike Braswelsenberg. You might recognize me from the movie Mike the Monkey, the Michelin star chef, or Mike and the Health Department. Today I'm here to talk to you about the days you just can't stand people. When I have those days, let's be honest, that's every day. I take just 2 milligram Xanax 3 times a day. The stress just goes away. Xanax, the ultimate coping mechanism. Xanax available by prescription only. Don't worry, I can even refer you to my doctor. Xanax only 3 a day and you're okay.
Do you have fleeting thoughts of binge eating? Ever fantasize about all-you-can-eat chicken wings? Does a pizza buffet get you aroused? Well, I have something to tell you. You're a sick, twisted individual. Get help. Get help now. Get help before you get fat and die of a heart attack, you soon-to-be fat bastard. We can help. We are the bad food diets of third world countries. Just 2 weeks on our diet plan and never fantasize about food again. Bad food diets of third world countries. The only diet plan forced on millions.
I'm Big Drip, and I have a question. Are you tired of sobers thinking they are better than everyone else? Since the sobers took over, the days of the 2-martini lunch are gone. Gone, because in the eyes of the sober 0.08% is legally drunk. DUI arrests have increased because the blood alcohol limit is so low. That's because sobers fund their agenda from the hard-working people who have an occasional drink. Sobers pay the police to arrest the person who can enjoy life and a cocktail. I know a drink or two, and I'm a much better driver. This election, we can get the sobers out of office and get back to American values. Vote Saul Gravy. He hates sobers as much as we do. Probably hates them more. Get on the gravy train in 2024. The gravy train in 20.
My dad would be alive right now if it wasn't for a sober. Daddy was leaving Tiny Lou's bar Friday night. He carefully pulled onto Highway 49, and out of nowhere, a car T-boned him. He was rushed to the hospital only to die a few hours later. The other car's driver tested negative for alcohol, but told the officers he didn't see Daddy until it was too late. He admitted that he could have been going a little faster than he should. He also claimed he would text and drive sometimes. He also said he was coming home from an AA meeting. If he would have never stopped drinking, he wouldn't have been coming home from a meeting, and Daddy would alive. I hate you sobers. Rehab is for quitters.
Greetings. I appreciate your presence on my broadcast this evening. I apologize for the frequent interruptions caused by advertisement breaks. Unfortunately, I experienced a significant loss in a horse race, resulting in an urgent need to settle my debt with the individual to whom I owe money. This urgency arises from the potential consequence of physical harm to my limbs if I fail to fulfill my financial obligation. However, I am optimistic that in the upcoming week, you will emerge victorious, thereby eliminating the necessity of interrupting the broadcast with excessive commercial interruptions. Nonetheless, until that time arrives, we shall maintain authenticity and, as a gentle reminder, refrain from indulging in cannabis.